When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. The third year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
To throw is Rodgers. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Yellow! Arsolani!
In your face! Shoot!
15! What's
A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. That one good for 33 and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Finds his rookie first-rounder. It's Noah Fant. Touchdown, Cowboys! Noah Fant, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. On 2nd down now. It's Carson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
4 yards on the dump off at second down.
At the 24-yard line.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. On second down, it's Pollard. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. The tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
You don't see me in your right.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Mahomes now on first down. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Hey, check.
Mahomes now on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
4 down. Check.
Check 50. Rip left. 15. Mike 50.
Push him back. Nice 7. Let's go. Hey, Mike's 50.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Rodgers to throw. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
41. 319. Check 41. Check 319.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 24 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Let's go one more. Double tight.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. It's first, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Chris Carson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Crosby with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. A reminder about Sunday Night Football later tonight. It's a rematch from the divisional round last year. Colts and Chiefs from Arrowhead. Then tomorrow on Monday night, the Browns in 4th. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Get ready.
Attack, attack.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Throwing now is Mahomes. This is the tight end Fant. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain there of 21 yards.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Attack!
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys! Amari Cooper with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On play action, it's Rodgers. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This one complete to his running back, Jamal Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw it to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here we go. 50, 50. Mike 50. You don't want this.
Alpha. 50's the Mike. 50.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mahomes into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Right, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
First down, Packers.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On second down now, it's Carson. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, exit. Just make 3
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll toss it out to Carson, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10.
Check 25. He's coming. 15.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This will be fielded at the 6. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Yellow. I go on. Hey, 15.
Check. Crunch.
Hey, alert 3.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Woo!
Check it, yellow.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Mike 50. Let's go, defense.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Blake Martinez, the NFC's leading tackler a year ago, in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, D.
Check 50, check 50.
15. Come back.
Wahoo! Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Mike's 50.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Completes it to Fant on the right side. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Right on these two.
50, Mike 50. Go. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That escapes the sack. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Come on, QB, come on.
Go, Mike 50.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Yellow.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Mahomes to throw once more. And he comes back with one complete. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Mahomes firing complete, and they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brought down back at the 14-yard line.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Pollard again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost.
Attack, attack!
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The kick by Maher is good. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move, the Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League, where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing is Rodgers. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Steps away to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throw right side, complete to Williams. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's see what you got.
Now Rodgers. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on 1st down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been terrific so far.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Yellow. Argelani.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey, 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 hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
Yellow, yellow. 15, 15. Far side. Far side.
On 1st down, Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play here for Dallas. 48 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked.
Mike 42, Mike 42. 3 bud, 3 bud, 3 bud. It's got Mike 42.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And this is incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but it's going to be 2nd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
We want it. Come to my work. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Mahomes now to throw. Wide open, Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
41 Mike, right here. 49.
Throwing now is Rodgers. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. This is Carson. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
It's a gain of 6.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back now in Arlington, it's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. The Packers on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Rodgers now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on for the 5th time here today. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Right on these two. There's a little lady.
50. Army. Here we go. 50. Mike 50.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
A run for Pollard. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Pollard going to try the right side. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Mike's 50, Mike's Hayward.
Yeah. You don't want none.
Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50.
Throwing
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Austin. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a give right side. Pollard. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
We got tight left. We got 4. We got 4. 36, 36.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, let's get off the field, D.
Hey, 15. Switch.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down.
Go.
And he is going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
I don't need to. I'll go, Louie. Hey. 50 to Mike. I'm coming.
Mike's 50.
I'm on. Alert 3. Attack. Mike 50.
I'm here all day. No. Off.
Yellow.
Now Mahomes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Blake Jarwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
It's caught. Shepard. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Equanimous St. Brown, and now it's 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Rodgers now on 1st down. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Chris Carson with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Yellow.
Give me that ball, defense.
Yellow.
Bravo.
Mahomes going to throw it here. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as he'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Intended that time for Cooper, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Mike's 50. They can't hang with us. Mike 50.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
It's easy work in the
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and it was Patrick Mahomes leading the way.
He doesn't seem to get ruffled no matter where he plays, does he? Home, on the road. If you put him in a neutral site, which he hopes one day would be the Super Bowl, he plays at a high level. We know about the big right arm, but I think it's the poise that I'm really, really admiring out of this youngster and watching him play. How about the first 3 games of his career in the NFL as a starter in 2018? He set a record for touchdown passes with 13.
Yeah, you think back to that entrance, and he has just kept it up. Amazing what he's been able to do. So for Dallas, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Packers, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.